All right, I think we'll get started. This webinar is going to be recorded, so it will actually be published on YouTube later if anyone wants to look back into anything or just view it again. So, hi everyone, welcome to the IPFoneGo partner webinar. I'm Nico Chmielowski, the marketing manager and head of sustainability at IPFone, and IPFoneGo is a product that we're really very excited about. Before we dive into anything technical, I do want to take a moment to express my gratitude on behalf of IPFone to all the partners who have made it out here today. We would not be where we are were it not for our partners and our partnerships. And so, yeah, thank you for your time above all. Thank you for your trust. And we do not take partnership for granted. We're here to support you guys. And we do what we do because we really believe that real, reliable communication is what keeps businesses and communities moving. So what you see on the screen now, can you guys see the image, by the way, the presentation? I don't know if I have anyone, I think everyone's muted. But so on the screen, you can see a simple illustration of what we're diving into today. And this is an eSIM solution for business. What excites us so much about IPFoneGo is that, okay, you guys can see my screen, awesome. What excites us is that it unlocks new use cases that you haven't yet sold into. It's a new tool in your toolkit, and it's built to solve challenges that your clients are already facing but don't know yet how to fix. So today is about introducing you to this clean, powerful solution that's ready to go. And I think that we can jump right in. Sure. There we go. So here's just a quick look of what we'll cover today. We'll start with a short introduction about IPFone, just in case this is your first time connecting with us. Then we'll dive into what IPFoneGo actually is, and why we think it's a game changer. And from there, we'll talk about where the real partner opportunities live. And that's what this webinar is about, solving real problems for your clients that haven't yet been brought to the table. And then finally, we'll wrap up with how to position and package IPFoneGo so you're ready to act after this webinar. And we'll keep this tight, engaging, and we'll leave some time for Q&A at the end. So, meet IPFone. We were established in 1997. We've been in the industry of telecommunications now for 28 years, which is really amazing. We also recently acquired Telnet Worldwide, expanding our capabilities and deepening our partner-first approach in key markets. And over time, Telnet will be further merged into the IPFone brand, but its spirit and its reliability, the regional expertise remains a core part of who we are. And today we are a team of 150 employees. Like, I can't even believe I'm saying that. Like 150 people across multiple continents, all working to support this mission. And that's huge. We support 8,000 corporate accounts nationwide. We're powered by a geo-redundant network and a partner ecosystem that's second to none. And what really drives it all is the way that we show up with our white glove onboarding, live US-based support, and a commitment to businesses and a commitment to the communities that we serve. So we have some numbers here. Before we dive into the numbers, I want to just start with something you've probably already noticed just from your own life. Think about how many people now take work calls on their personal phones. How often do you get a professional text from someone's mobile number or marketing? And maybe it's your clients, your vendors, or even your team. And since the pandemic, the lines between personal and professional devices have almost disappeared. 54% of companies are adopting permanent hybrid work models. 75% of mobile workers are already using their personal devices for work. So they're not thinking about it, they're already doing it. They're already using personal devices. And BYOD policies have jumped to 67%. since 2020. There's a 3.2 times increase in productivity when mobile first collaboration is enabled. And and I think this is actually one of the more interesting data points, which is that 6%, fewer than 6% of users actually adopt UC apps when required, because those apps tend to be clunky, the call quality sucks, the experience doesn't feel native. Often you can't make a call if you don't have Wi-Fi either, when using these apps as well. So this is the gap that IPFone is built to fill. It's using your native dialer, no app, no second device, just clean, reliable communication. And this brings us into IPFoneGo. And this is our business eSIM solution. It's a powerful tool that installs directly onto your customers' existing phones. There is no second device, there is no third-party apps, and there is no extra hardware. So it's just clean, secure business number added directly into their mobile experience. Again, like it's, as you can see in this image on the right, there's a pull-down menu on the built-in dialer, right? And a user can simply tap and switch between their personal and business lines right from there. If you want to make a call from a personal number, it's just a tap away. And if you want to make a call from your business identity, that's also just one tap away. So it's effortless and it feels native. And that's the magic of this. So again, simple installation. It works with most modern phones. It integrates with the dialer people already know and trust. There's no more blurring the line between work and personal number, and and it's secure, compliant, and it's monitored to meet your business requirements. And I will touch on this in a little bit as well. So key benefits of IPFoneGo. One of my personal favorites is the professional presence. With IPFoneGo, a user makes a business call or sends a text from their personal phone, and the person on the other end sees the company's caller ID. So it's not a random personal number or a blocked call. This keeps every interaction consistent, credible, and professional. And it matters. It builds trust. It reinforces the brand. Like I said, with IPFoneGo, one of the key benefits is dual identity. So users can use personal and business profiles completely separate on one device. So one phone, two lines. And important to note is that there are hardware cost savings. With IPFoneGo, you'll eliminate the need to issue a second phone or manage extra hardware or deal with device logistics. It's leaner for IT and it's more convenient for users. And I think where it gets better is that the call goes from the mobile network and routes through our Broadsoft platform. We're able to offer additional back-end services like call recording and call reporting, call analytics. So it's fully integrated with IPFone. As a company, we're able to package a deal, and I will touch more on that later as well. So yeah, whether you're solving for visibility, compliance, or quality assurance, you have the flexibility to build a complete high-value offer for your clients. And with this product, you have business optimization, where you'll help your clients improve reachability, maintain compliance, and keep their communication costs predictable and manageable. And at IPFone, we really believe that that there's a lot of real business value here that your customers will recognize immediately with a product like this. So for teams working across borders, this is where IPFone shines, I hope. So with our home and away network coverage, your clients can use their mobile business lines seamlessly across supported countries. On the left, you have home countries such as Austria, France, Mexico, Sweden, the UK. And then on the right, we have home away countries. Okay. Uh, on the right, you have home away countries. These are locations where users can access their plan for up to 90 days in a 1 year period without incurring extra charges. So it's great for short-term travel or a seasonal staff or business trips. Whether your customers are in hospitals, logistics, or field service, this gives them the flexibility to stay connected and professional no matter where they are. And some of these home away countries include Canada, Norway, Netherlands, Finland. And then this is also a list of some of the devices that are being supported as well. Like I said, most modern phones are. And if you guys have more questions about this, we can circle back to it later. But yeah, most phones are supported by eSIM. So who it's for? So here we can break down a little bit of the roles, and some of these are probably people that your clients. Sorry, some of these are probably some roles that your clients already employ, and they're likely using personal phones right now, right? So think of sales and field teams, account executives, field sales reps, property managers, maybe even on the go regional directors. And these are people who live on their phones, but often don't want to give out their personal number to clients or vendors. So with IPFoneGo, they get mobile flexibility, privacy, and a professional caller ID, as I mentioned before. And that is without juggling two phones or installing an app that they forget to open. For sales leadership, this also enables call logging and visibility into rep activity. And then you have healthcare and emergency services. This includes community nurses, home health aides, and on-the-call EMS personnel, or even security or crisis response teams. These workers need to respond quickly, usually, and often operate outside of traditional office environments. So IPFoneGo gives them a reliable business branded number on their own phone. And this would help healthcare organizations stay compliant, track communications, especially with HIPAA sensitive settings. As I said, like this product is compliant. Then you have retail and hospitality. Here you can think store managers, front desk agents, valet teams, or regional support staff at a hotel chain. These folks often are using their own phones already to coordinate staff or respond to guests, sometimes even texting from personal numbers. So IPFone protects their privacy, like I said, while projecting professionalism. And then you have logistics and operations. Here we're talking about delivery drivers, warehouse supervisors, dispatch coordinators, fleet managers, and professional services. And this one's huge. So like financial advisors, legal associates, consultants, real estate agents, just high trust professions where identity and responsiveness really matters. IPFoneGo is a really good use case for that. Oh, having trouble going to the next slide. One moment. So IPFoneGo is easy to deploy. You provision an eSIM. It's like assigning a digital key. It's fast, secure, and it's done through a centralized portal. Next, you have assign business number. This could be a brand new number or a ported line. It links directly to the eSIM profile on the user's phone. And you can just activate it and use it. The native dialer becomes instantly available, and no training is really required. But we can, of course, give training on this. And with IPFone, you get the partner support, marketing resources, white labeled materials, dedicated management working your work, you're going to be working with a project manager who understands the business's needs, and as well as pre-sales assistance. And as I mentioned before, working with IPFone, it's one business, one bill. And that's the end of the slideshow. I think we're ready for questions. Um, and in the meantime, if you're looking to learn more or connect a little bit more, you can reach out to your channel manager or anyone from us at our company. Okay, so I'm going to unmute our sales engineer, Jason, who's going to help me with some of the questions. Here we go. And if anyone has a question, you can raise your hand or simply add it into the chat.
Thank you very much, Nico. I see we already have one question in chat. What is the activation process look like? You would request a new line just like you would any new line from IPFone. Once the customer's account is activated, they will receive an email with a QR code. They will scan that QR code with the camera on their device, whether that be iOS or Android, and that kicks off the eSIM activation process on that device. Of course, each process is a little bit different depending on the device, but it essentially logs the eSIM in onto that phone and associates that device with the account. I see another question is, can this share the same phone number as an IPFone desk phone? Yes, it absolutely can. This will work just as if many of you are familiar with the concept of a shared call appearance where you have maybe two desk phones or you're using your desk phone and the WebEx application and both ring. The same thing will happen with this. When your desk phone rings, so will your mobile device, and you can make outbound calls from either while using the same outbound telephone number. How do inbound calls display the difference between a business and a personal line? Is a difference between iOS and Android? Yes, it will display them as being labeled with the appropriate line. You saw the example that Nico had on the screen earlier. Nico, maybe if you can bring up that screenshot of the device.
Yeah.
You basically can label each one of your lines. In the example we have, it's simply labeled personal line and business line, but you can label those however you like. And again, that is specific to the device, how you go through that process. But when an inbound call rings, it will show that device label, for example, personal line or business line, along with the inbound caller ID information.
Yeah.
Were
So
there any other questions? You can either
there.
type them in chat or raise your hand on the
Yes.
app, and Nico will unmute you.
I have to unlock the screen share to do that. One moment. Okay. Who was raising their hand? All right. Mark and Travis. Mark, go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, quick question on, so how about like current users that I have that have the phone app? They pay $5 a month extra, I think it is, for to be able to move. How does that work with, does this replace that? I mean, this looks like a pretty cool feature, but
It depends
I
on
was just
your client. Go ahead.
wondered how that married together and current clients that are using the phone apps.
That really depends on your client's need. If they're using the WebEx application for collaboration, for text messaging back and forth to the office, they can continue to use that if that works best for them. However, if they're mainly mobile and they're really just making calls and sending the odd occasional SMS message, then the Go product would be the better choice for them. They don't need all those extra features of the WebEx application. They can focus on just basically the telephone portion of it and get that eSIM installed on their personal device.
And then, so how much is each application? I don't think we talked about that. I guess that's coming.
That would
Uh,
be coming. Go ahead,
yes, yeah,
Nico.
yeah. Sorry. So IPFone Go is starting at 17.95 per month. eSIM is included, with US calling and SMS unlimited. And yeah, and then it would be an additional $1 per gigabyte of data. So
Now
data is zero.
there are multiple levels to the plan. The 17.95 is the starting. That's really great for a customer that already has data service with their primary line on the device. When you step up from the standard, which is the 17.95 that Nico talked about, those plans are going to start including data with the voice channel. So those are better for standalone devices that maybe don't already have a mobile data plan or have a limited mobile data plan on their device.
So my question, Jason, is a couple customers have multiple techs out in the field, and they might want to look at this and say, hey, when our tech calls the client, we want it to show up as, IP phone when they call the client to let them know they're on the way. Is that something that they can set?
Yes, if they when they make their outbound call, when they select the business line from that top of the screen that Nico had the screenshot up earlier, then that means when they make an outbound call, it will show their business caller ID. So essentially, if they have a desk phone, it would be whatever the caller ID of the desk phone is. That could be their personal business DID, or that could be the business's main number. It could be a customer service queue in your call center, but basically it could be whatever your business caller ID is.
Okay, thank you, Jason.
I think we have another question from Darren.
Yes, so I apologize if this is already addressed, but I have a question as far as device-to-device transfer. So internally, if you want to transfer a call from this eSIM extension to a desk phone to somebody else, is there a way of going about that?
Not currently. That is in development right now, but at this point in time, there is no transfer.
We have another question from Jack. I just unlocked your mute. Jack, I don't think we can hear you.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I was calling. Now, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we can
can.
hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering, is there activation fee plus the 17.95 a month, and is there a contract term, or is it a month-to-month deal?
There is no activation fee. This does use our typical 36-month contract.
Okay.
And again, that's always flexible. If you talk to your sales agent, they can discuss the scenario with you and see if we can come up with an option that fits you.
I mean, is it safe to say, like, I know on IP, I sell a lot of IPFone UCAS. You have the 6-month quality service guarantee. Would that be implied?
That is still included with this product. Yes.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, okay. See that. All right. And it's going to work on all, like if I have an older iPhone, like an iPhone 12 with the newest software, and it still work with that?
It would depend on the device and whether or not it has eSIM support. I don't remember if the cutoff line is the 12 or the 13. Nico, can you throw up that supported devices screen again?
Yeah, one moment.
XR actually goes back that far. There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, iPhone 12 or later is recommended when Tango Extend is going to be used as the secondary SIM. If you're going to be using this as the primary, then an iPhone XR later or later would work. But typically an iPhone 12 or higher would be recommended.
Right. Okay. Got you there. Okay.
All right. Are there any other questions before we wrap it up? I think we really just want to hammer home that this is like a new tool for your toolkit. It's solving use cases that you may not have sold to or yet, most likely. So yeah, question from Paul. Let's see. Go ahead, Paul. I don't think we can hear Paul.
Nico, I think there are a couple questions in chat. I can't read them
Sure.
very well from this distance. Could you
Yeah.
can you tell me what those
yeah.
say?
I see. What is the cost for this add-on? Sorry. Travis says, can clients with multiple DIDs set the caller ID to their business name?
They will only be able to use one eSIM essentially at a time. Most devices are going to support multiple eSIMs, but you actually have to go in and turn them off and on. You can only have two active at any given time. So if your client's willing to work through a couple of hoops, then yes, they can have multiple DIDs on the device, but only two are ever going to be active at any given time.
Mm-hmm. Paul also said, is this BroadSoft only, or will it work with your EasyPBX product?
This is a BroadSoft only product currently.
He also says, so this is a standalone starting at $17.95, plus you pay for the WebEx user or premium user license.
No. So the BroadSoft premium user license is going to be included with this at the $17.95. It's not an additional cost. The only additional cost would be is if you wanted to use the WebEx application on top of that. For example, if you wanted to use it for the meetings capability, then there is a small upcharge in addition to the $17.95.
And then Judy says, will you be sharing the slides? And I can most definitely share the slides. I will just leave my email and you can send me an email and I'll send you the slides. No problem. I'm writing my email in the chat for anyone who wants to contact me and wants me to share the slides. We will also, if you don't yet follow us on social media, but if you have LinkedIn, you can add us on social media and we will be sharing a link to rewatch the webinar as it's being recorded. So you'll be able to go back in if there's something that you want to go back into. Yeah, so IPFoneGo, I think it's really, to us, it's a really exciting new product that we have. It fits use cases that we haven't sold to yet, and I think we're tapping into a very important part of the market with this product. As it is already 11:30, if there are no more questions, if anyone has any last questions, it doesn't seem so. We'll close it up. So thank you again so much for everyone, for all of our partners who are here today, for taking your time to learn about this and connect with us. Please contact your whoever your representative is from IPFone if you want to connect and learn more. Follow us on social media. And again, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.